Hey Hardin County, I'm out here at the fair. Again, this is Wednesday, and we're going to walk around and we're going to look at these new buildings here at the fair. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to turn this around. So this is a very bad representation. So there's the machinery building, the two midways, pork producers, the restaurant, and they have the three buildings that they're kind of proposing. I did talk to Brad yesterday a little bit more about these buildings, and it kind of sounds like maybe they're going back to an engineering firm or somebody who actually does fair buildings for recommendations. So maybe they're kind of walking it back a little bit, but I thought we'd explore this idea. Let me give you a show of where we are. We're out here at the Junior Fair Exhibits building, the Fine Arts and Crafts. And so this is where those buildings are going to go. Right, so from the meeting that I went to, over here is your main midway with the rides and stuff. And the buildings, unlike my video, go like all the way to these midways, right? So here's on the one side, we got all your tractors. We have the big hill. This is always the hill here at the fair. And you come along here with the...
We need Heather Bushong to move her vehicle in the east parking lot. It's blocking a driveway. Again, Heather Bushong needs to move her vehicle in the east parking lot. It's blocking a driveway.
So here we go. This is the back side of the machinery building. So instead of this being nice and open skies, you're gonna have giant buildings coming all the way through here. The combined, it's 90,000 square feet. And so you're gonna have a walkway. I'm gonna assume probably right here in the middle. Those are huge barns. In between each of the barns. And I'm gonna make another assumption that it's all the animal barns other than like the chickens and the rabbits and things. You're gonna have to have a show arena in there, right? So, okay, we come over here. Here's the back of the pork producers. Okay, so according to their map, so remember at not this last fair meeting, but the meeting before that I was able to attend, they wanted to use COVID money, the ARPA money, to put in the drainage bins. So they're gonna have to put in each corner drainage and then pipe those things out. And so they wanted to do that because the ARPA money runs out. You have to have it allocated. So they're trying to maybe rush things to get that money secured, which hopefully doesn't happen. But so anyway, so they showed in their plan that back behind the pork producers is where the other building will go. So you have this whole spans for the buildings. I mean, they talked about washing the animals. You know, you're gonna have to have walkways where you're gonna be bringing animals in. Well, you know, one of the buildings would have to have a show arena, right? Because if you're not gonna use the one that's back there, it's gotta go somewhere. So all these vendors, well, there might be a spot there because then you're gonna come back. Let's keep walking here. You're gonna come back here behind the bathroom. So those are the two structures that are not moving. And so this would all be animals. So then, you know, it really kind of questions your, you know, they said, oh, we'll just move everything to different locations. But I mean, it's really known, this is, you know, animals in your food aisle midway. And if you can't have food on both sides, and I mean, it's pretty expensive to tear down buildings. So, you know, unless you move, well, you're still gonna have the poultry barn, you're still gonna have animals there. So what happens to these food vendors along there? I guess it's only these ones down here that might move, because the other ones will be The other ones will be, the other vendors will be up that way. So let's keep going down here all the way, because the buildings do come this whole corridor. So here's your next midway here. So we're kind of walking this perimeter. So these would be gone, right? So again, where you kind of have your kids zone on both sides, you know, what would you put? Maybe you would move these tents, animal tents, like over here. So then you kind of have your barns and then your poultry tents here. Kind of keep all the animals together. I'm not sure. So you have this kids area, which has been a big hit, would come out. It would have to be relocated. Again, if they tore those buildings down, you can move that stuff over kind of as a group over there. But again, I don't know if you're gonna have the money to tear those down. Then you're just heavy with, I guess you could put the kids zones inside the buildings, I suppose. Maybe have the horses in there. I don't know. All right, so here's, you know, here's the next thing, right? So this is where the offices would be. So you have a big barn area here, and then you come over here. The offices are gonna be in this corner, and it's kind of section. Somewhere in here would be your fair offices, which on the other side of the machinery building then is the old offices. Yeah, it's definitely a big shift, because then the carousel has to move, right? Where are the rides gonna go? There's the sheriff's station. Let's keep walking around here. So here's the other game aisle. So this will certainly change quite a bit, right? These are your two areas where the games and things have always been. So you're basically would be looking at fair offices on this side. You know, and they talked, not to make you dizzy, but they talked about pushing everything kind of out this way, right? So the games and stuff and the rides kind of go out into this area maybe, and up front, I don't know. We'll keep walking the square here. Again, this would all be barns. Sorry, Barbs, you'd have to move. All right, we're almost there. All right, back here, junior fair exhibits. So that's kind of the perimeter. So this would all be animal barns. I don't know. We'll just give it a look for you guys to kind of check out, see what you think. I thought it was interesting being here and kind of thinking of a completely new layout and what that would do. I'd like to get a fair map and kind of play with that. But like I said, I don't think anything at this point is set in stone. They're still, you know, looking at those things and going back to the drawing board maybe. That'll be a conversation after the fair that we can have. But I wanted to kind of get this out to you guys. See what your thoughts are, see what you're thinking of, you know, because really relocating these barns here changes really every kind of part of the fair layout. So it's a big deal, heavy decisions. All right, I'm signing out. We'll see you later.